Be the change. Welcome to Be the Change. Want to say something, Margie? Welcome to Be the Change. Great, great spirit. What is the overall weather for today's message? hmm And today's weather forecast is going to be mind. Okay. Mind. Mind. A lot of messages regarding mind coming out, which is a good thing. No, it's a great thing, actually. It's probably the most important thing that we as a species can focus on is to quiet our minds, quiet the minds, learn to use it as a tool, like planning out something. Do you have something that you want to do? Then use your mind to plan it out so it comes out right. You have precautions, like did you take make your use your mind to make your lists, to make yourself safe, and to plan what you need to plan. If you're going traveling, then you need to make arrangements, so use your brain for that. um, in between things, your mind can just be quiet and you being just being just being so peaceful there. It's so peaceful there, and you will get all the answers that you need. You don't have to stress about knowing everything up front. If you're going out to meet some people, you don't, like I had one friend, she was so anxious and stressed out, and because she planned out everything, she planned out talking points to go talk to these people, what she was going to say, this, there, and there, and then everything had to be perfect, and to be a perfect hostess, and she's really good at it, so there's nothing wrong with doing that, but it made her very anxious because there were so many things she had to remember. And then with a quiet mind, you can go into the same scenarios and ask questions and be comfortable with not knowing. And then you can just go in there and be your peaceful self and go in there, and whatever you want to know, you just ask about it in conversations. And so it makes life flow better. And it makes it also more authentic for the people around because, well, if people have a list of things they're going to ask you about or they already mapped it out, then sometimes it comes out awkward in conversations and it can make the other person feel uncomfortable, which without a doubt is not what you was hoping for when you made the talking points and the list and everything. So it could work against you as well. Um, and let's see here. I think we got it right here. The mind. Okay. This is what happens when we forget that the mind is meant to be a servant. So, a servant, you use it when you need it, right? A servant, a tool. Like, okay, I'll be quiet. Then I'm going to use my brain a little bit because I need it to function with these things. And so I already mapped it out. I did that. And then you use your brain as a tool, as a servant, and we started to allow it to run our lives. It's running our lives and it's running wild. This is why it's called a mental pandemic. You think the food shortage or the supply chain or not getting cream cheese in the store, if you think that's dramatic and all off the charts frightening, you should be 10 times more frightened by your own mind than what your mind is doing when you don't pay attention to it, because it's going constant, and it's probably 90% of the cases it's not in your favor even. So we allow the mind to run our lives. The head is filled with mechanism, the mouth is ranting and raving, and the whole surrounding atmosphere is being polluted by this factory of arguments and opinions. Arguments and opinions is all from the ego. It's two egos arguing and opinionated, arguing back and forth, arguing, and they think maybe that they are going to get a solution with this argument or this discussion. But what happens is that their viewpoint is getting more deeply ingrained in both parties. Like the the cleft between is just getting deeper, and they're going to be holding on more. This is who I am. I am this and that, and this label and that label. This is who I am. And yeah, so the whole surrounding is being polluted by the factory of arguments and opinions. But wait, you say, the mind is what makes us human. It's the source of all progress, all great truth. Well, if you believe that, try an experiment. Okay? Go into your room. Go into your room, shut the door, turn on a tape recorder, and give yourself total permission to say whatever is on your mind. So use your phone, put the recorder button on, recorder button with recording your voice, and then rant away and let everything come out. If you really allow it all to come out without any censorship or editing, you will be amazed at the amount of rubbish that comes spewing forth. The page of clouds is telling you that somebody, somewhere, is stuck in a head trip. Take a look and make sure that that is not you. Lover. Great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. Okay, so that's good. Great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something, the lover. And shadow attributes, obsessive passion that harms others, self destructive devotion. So, with our mind going all nuts on us, going constant, a lot of rubbish going on in our heads. And then the lover with a passionate passion and devotion. And sometimes the whole idea of love can be obsessive and be self-destructive. And so be aware. Take that little tape recorder and record what's going on, what's going through your mind, and you will be surprised to see. Got the two of wands, so making plans, got that idea, and now you're looking into different ways of using. This is a great way to use the mind, by the way. So you get this great idea, the ace of wands, you get the poof, there's a passionate new idea coming into your head. Two of wands, okay, now what am I going to do with this idea? You sit down and you plan it out and you figure out how you can best utilize this idea. The brain, yes, use it for that stuff, that's great. But if you're going to be sitting in your head obsessing about some story that you made up about someone out there, or and then you're making up this story and it's not even real, it's just made up stories in your mind, and you're going to obsess about that and use your mind that way, then you're going to create your own self-destruction that way. That's going to cause you a lot of depression. It's going to cause you um, a lot of disappointments, and because the story wasn't real. And so whenever you go after it, whenever you get obsessive about it, you're going to find that it's not really real. It's just poof, it's just a cloud. It's one of the poofs in the seven cups, like one of the choices that aren't really solid. But using your mind, having great passion and devotion is a beautiful thing. You can be a lover to your husband, to your boyfriend, to your girlfriend, to your wife, to your children. You can be a lover of animals. You can be a lover of plants. You can be a lover of Mother Earth, of Father Sky, Great Spirit. You can be a lover of many things. And that's a great thing, to have great passion for life and passion for living and beauty. And then using your mind with the Two of Wands. That's a beautiful way to utilize this marvelous brain of ours. And then in the now time here shows the Hermit is showing up. And the Hermit is one of my favorites. Going within, close everything out for a little bit, go into the books, study, figure out things. If you have questions, look up YouTube videos. There's so many free resources for how you can manage yourself better. Because once you manage yourself, that's the only thing we can change is ourselves. Only thing you can change is within yourself. If you don't like what you see out there, you have to go in there and change something, because then you will change what's happening out there. It's the only way. And the Hermit is encouraging you to do that. This one here particularly is with candle lights, in the bathtub with little bubbles, leaning your head back. So really getting some self-care, self-resting, getting that big water hug, and candle lights, like firing up that little inner spirit, and the books, studying, going deeper, figuring things out. And by doing so, you will hit the jackpot. And the King of Pentacles. So King of Pentacles, managing resources, managing time, very good at delegating to others, knowing where to put the efforts in to create the best results. So you're learning a lot from this experience. And I think also you're learning how much rubbish is going on in your mind, which we all have it. So don't take it personally. I'm not after you in specific. And sometimes people say, oh, but you were talking to me. Well, I'm talking to everybody, because this is happening to everybody. The bicyclist just went by there. She's doing it too. The worker over there, he's doing it too. The neighbor over there, they're doing it too. Everybody is doing it. We have grief. Okay, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Okay, that's a interesting take on grief. So grief is grief, and there's a grieving process. That when you lose something, it can even be like made up. Ouch! It can even be like a made up story in your mind. Like I've done it many times, and I've come to the cold shower conclusion that it was just I just made it up. It was my illusion, and I made it up, and it was sad. It was sad, and it put me into grief, because this was everything. I had put all my efforts onto this one thing, and that might have been at the time the only thing I could think of. And so I put all the eggs in one basket, as they would say. And when I saw that there was no basket there, and the eggs, they weren't there either, then it was sad. And I had to take a moment out, to take a little time out to grieve. And then now, though, maybe I can appreciate it better, because the whole illusion, it got me into a better place in my life. So sometimes these illusions, even if they could be like almost like spirit holding a little carrot in front of you, like dun, 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 and you be going after the carrot, and then it'll take you to the round, to your spiritual awakening towards that. And that's a lifelong journey. So with the Ten of Wands, you've obviously been working a lot of late nights. Maybe you've been taking on too much from somebody else and taking on their responsibilities and their work, carrying other people's burdens, carrying your own burdens. It's difficult and challenging. It's been difficult and challenging. And then you can praise yourself because you did it. It's not easy to carry all the loads by yourself and keep walking and just whatever. Just keep on keeping on. Just go on. It's not easy, but you're doing it. So good on you. Good on you. And maybe if you did carry all the loads and all the responsibilities, all the burdens and all that stuff, if you were carrying all of that, then maybe letting go of that can also give you a sense of grief, because you lost all the time, or you lost the opportunity to do other stuff while other people was putting it on you. And so with the heavy burdens, and then we got Hierophant, so doing something traditional, higher learning. It can be traditional religion, spirituality, Buddhism, Hinduism, all kinds of religious beliefs, which, in my opinion, it looks more like they might be more ideologies. So there's the idea on the paper there, and then you follow the rules. Whereas walking the talk is more dealing with yourself, going internally all the time, figuring out what those triggers are. Why are they there? How can I work with them and make them work for me in my life? And so you can better yourself. And the reason why you want to do that is not because there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. There's just so much untapped potential within you. So much. You have no idea what you're capable of until you sit down, get your ass into that tub, the bathtub or whatever, and clear that space and figure out what is going on inside of me. Once you start doing that internal work, I see I got chills all over. It's the best thing that you can do for yourself in your life. You have no idea of how much potential you have until you take care of your inner self and start looking at that shadow. Shadow's not dangerous. Shadow is just shadow. And then we got the star. The star is so happy. You're going to build something very happy and hope and healing. And so going from those heavy burdens. So maybe you just had to lay the groundwork of what you was doing here. And that's good. Good on you. Good job, like, for doing all that work. And now you're putting it into use for someone else, like you're using it as medicine. This here looks like an old pharmacy where they have all kinds of herbs, all kinds of like natural things, aloe vera, like different stuff, natural things that are for our healing. And you're putting it into use so that you can give it out over the counter, right? Taking your experiences, handing them out over the counter. And that's a beautiful thing. And with that, you're going to get healing, hope, and you're going to get that community and that feeling of belonging and having that support around you is coming into your life. And we have come to the edge. And this character, she is on a little, what's to say, a little piece of land in the air, something like that. Come to the edge, number 36. Getting a head cold here, I think. But let's see. Come to the edge. Courage. Taking a leap of faith. Overcoming fear and accepting risk. So come to the edge. Overcoming fear. That fear is in your head. Fear is in the head. Like, unless there is a panther right next to you right now and it's chewing, his mouth is open and he's ready to chew into you, yeah, then you should have fear and you should run like real fast. But unless that's happening, or then the fear is not called for. It's not your natural state. The fear is not supposed to be our natural state. It has become the natural state. You know what the leaders of unhealthy societies love the most? They love it when we are fearful. You know why? Because fearful people make stupid decisions, and often they don't even make any decisions because they're fearful. You know what's easy to do with all those fearful people? Well, it's easy to just give them the answers and make the profit. Oh, give them the answers over there and then we'll make the profit. We'll give them the answer over there, we'll make the profit. Okay, so fear over there. Did you feel better after the profit? Oh, you didn't. Oh, you had to go to the next one. Oh, because side effects. Oh, I got you. So then you have to go to the next one and the next one and the next one. And it's not, the intent is not healing you. The intent is to make money off of you. The more fearful we are, the more money they're going to make off of us. That's just how it is. And the more you can clear out your own fear and take back your power, That's where the strength is. That's when we can build ourselves up stronger from the root and be stronger and stand together stronger. It's the only way. Facing the unknown is the only choice you really have right now if you want to progress. It's okay to be afraid. Now is the time to take a risk that is not calculated, to feel the exhilaration as you ready yourself for a leap of faith. Spirit is present, so let go of fear. You are called to express your true self. Listen to your heart and soul, not your head. This is in the heart and soul space. This is the head. Listen to your heart and soul. Come to the edge and discover that you can fly. Come to the edge. Look at those fears. Look at those things that are restricting you, holding you back. Look at those things and search up, how can I deal with such and such? And then you search it up. You're going to find answers for it. And you step into, come to the edge and discover that you can fly. You must step into the unfamiliar so that you may find your miracles. And I'm not kidding. It really is miraculous what you can find once you go within and you start to unbundle those fears and take charge of your internal self again. We need a strong society for people to have good lives. And you are a part of it. I am a part of it. Everybody is a part of it. So we all have the responsibility to step up. The Page of Swords message. You're going to receive a message that is going to be very good for you moving forward and maybe enable you, disable, enable. Yes, enable you. It might enable you to make that leap, take that leap of faith and dive on in there. The High Priestess, beautiful. Take that information that you got, go within. Use your intuition. Often, but the fear will clutter your intuition. So you have to work on the fear and clear the space out so that your intuition is not really like every time you feel fear, you say, oh, it's my intuition. No, it's not. That's your fear. It's like your intuition is subtle, but you have to be quiet and to hear it, to be able to discern it also from what's going on around you. But the High Priestess here is saying that that's the direction that you're going in, and that's very, very good. And the Knight of Swords. So we have the Page of Swords, High Priestess, Page of Swords. She getting a message. You are getting a message. He, she. It's not gender specific. Person. The person. I like person. I'm a person on planet Earth. You're a person on planet Earth. And Lord knows it is challenging to be a person on planet Earth. But you are getting a message here with the Page of Swords. You're utilizing the message and you're using your intuition. And by doing that, by taking that message and using your intuition, you are charged into action. And all your little celestial friends are there around you. They are helping you. And you are sitting there quiet. You are listening to the intuition. You're going internal. You're writing out things. And then you can share that with the world. Great Spirit. We have a cluttered mind. We have the mind pandemic sitting here as the overall cast. I see it as this is the collective. The collective is that mind with all those wheels turning and chipping and turning and scratching and scraping and like DJ out of not in on the rhythm at all. And so the mind is messed up in our collective. And then we have the individuals, breaking it down to the individual. And then we have a lover. Yes, great passion and devotion. That's beautiful. And you can have that great passion and devotion to anything in your life. And that starts in your mind too. But if you have all that clutter going on, you're going to be not able to hear that, feel that love and the appreciation because the fear took over. Grief. Yes. Take the time out to let go of things and grieve it. When you lost something, it's okay to grieve about it. and then come to the edge. Take that leap of faith and make that internal journey. And then let's see what Spirit says here on the end. Margie, you want to read? You want to read it? White buffalo. I believe, if I'm not wrong, that white buffalo is a very rare creature, but I could have just made that up. So, abundance and security are flowing into your life. All things are possible. Balance and harmony prevail. Balance and harmony. Balance and harmony. We all go back into our minds every so often, especially in the beginning of the spiritual awakening. You're going to be back in your mind, and then you're going to be gone for maybe, I don't know how long, depends. And then maybe set a note somewhere that can help you remember to go back into the moment. Balance and harmony prevail. You may be called upon to stand up for others, but you can do this because you have the support of many beings in the spirit realm. So here, working in action with all your spiritual beings. There's prophecies about the coming of the white buffalo. White buffalo calf woman, a mystical being, came to the people a very long time ago when they were out of balance. She gifted the people with a sacred bundle containing the white buffalo calf pipe to help restore the balance. Upon leaving, the white buffalo calf woman prophesied that she will return at the end of an age and that she will appear as a white buffalo calf. In recent time, white buffalo calves have been born, leading many to believe that this is the beginning of a new time. When this card chooses you, it's an honor, for it speaks of a time of miracles and balance in all things. You are a channel for the greater forces in the universe. With their help, all is possible, but without it, things can be a struggle. Surrender to support from the Great Spirit. You do not have to do everything alone. And that, my beautiful friends, is today's message. And I hope you got something out of that. And until next time, the beautiful light in me honors, respects, and loves that beautiful light in you. May we all be on our spiritual journey, find our peace, let go of the fear. Then we can build ourselves back up stronger. Till next time, namaste.